how much money does the household make? And then if you have a lease already in hand on the home you're moving out of, that sort of acts like, I'm using air quotes here, as like you have more income than just your W-2.
You got leadership skills and you got super high math grades. So we're on here. So let's bring this into the analytics. So what does your platform do?
Sure. So if you're moving, we make it incredibly easy to keep the home you're moving out of as an investment property and still buy your next home. So to do that, we've brought a bunch of pieces together. First of all, financing. So in order to qualify for the mortgage on your next home, you need a few things. First of all, you need a down payment. So we've created a financing product that allows you to get access to the equity in your home for that down payment. We turn the equity into cash. You can do that either with a conventional HELOC or what we call a keep loan. So HELOCs are great, but if you're moving out, you don't qualify for a HELOC. If you've already moved out, you don't qualify for a HELOC on that property. We've created what we call a keep loan that gets you access to that equity for the down payment or for make-ready work or for what have you. Your home, the equity in your home is not trapped once you moved out. The next thing is to qualify for that next mortgage. You often need a lease in hand in order to qualify for the mortgage. So the bank, when they're looking at your income versus your debt payments, your debt to income ratio, they're going to say, okay, can you support both the mortgage on the home you want to buy and the mortgage you already have on your old home? And they're going to say, how much money does the household make? And then if you have a lease already in hand on the home you're moving out of, that sort of acts like, I'm using air quotes here, as like you have more income than just your W-2. So Knox has created a master sublease product to make that qualification easier. And then we make the rest of this transaction simple. We find you the right insurance, your homeowner's insurance on your homeowner's insurance doesn't apply anymore. You need a landlord insurance policy, what's known as a DP3 policy. We place a tenant. We take over collecting rent and paying maintenance expenses, et cetera. And you step back and you become a passive owner of the home you used to live in, and you move into your new home, and you've got both the investment and the primary residence, and you've got one of the best investments available to most households.
Okay, so let me see if I understand this. So you basically provide financing for people moving out, and then you provide the master lease, which is the lease that they need in order that qualifies them to basically cover their expenses so that their DTI isn't totally screwed, so they can go out and buy the next home. And then you turn around and you sublease it, right, to a tenant.
Yep.
Take the arbitrage, I'm assuming. And then you go ahead and put all the other insurance brokers and whatnot in place so that it's just a seamless, symbiotic move from one thing to the next.
That's right. What each customer needs is very much based on their financial situation, their financial goals. We don't always put in a master sublease. Sometimes we just do a direct lease if you don't need the help qualifying for your mortgage. Sometimes we just do a purchase mortgage. They don't need to access any of their equity. They've saved up the down payment. They can make it work. But depending on what each customer needs, we bring these financial tools and services into an offer. We present it to you and you say, or here's a couple options. They say, that's what I want. We're off to the races.
So let me ask you this. Let's say I have an investment property that I'm renovating.
Yep.
Can I do a keep loan with you guys?
Absolutely, yeah. To do a keep loan, you do have to put your home on our property. On our platform. So what we've done is created basically a HELOC for an investment property without going into too many details. Very hard loan to find. You'll find a few credit unions, local folks, they'll do it. We're doing it on large scale. And the reason we're able to do it is because we have intimate knowledge of each property on our platform, including the cash flow. So we know that when we collect rent, there's cash flow to pay that loan. So we've de-risked the loan, and therefore the market, the capital markets, will allow us to lend capital to landlords, to property investors.
Okay.